Hello, and welcome to another edition of Royal Mystic Collective Wisdom. And I am your host, Royal Mystic. Welcome, and we are still working with our solfeggio or solfeggio frequencies. Today we're going to talk about 5 to 8 hertz, which is the sound of me. Now, recently was asked if these sounds had to be any specific range or octave, and it does not matter what octave you're using because you're using the sound, which is the tuned in vibration audibly of what the hertz sound like through your physical form, through your body, making the sound out loud. It is the letter M and the letter I, and it's pronounced me with a long E. And you have all the other frequencies that we've previously discussed in the previous podcasts. These also relate to different chakras, and this one is your connection to your heart chakra. So it is a beautiful energy, and it is very much in the energy of transformation and miracles, realizing that you are setting your DNA up to allow itself to return to its original state. 528 is used a lot in healing. If you had an illness or a surgery or a scar or any kind of ache and pain, this is the one that I use with a little Bluetooth speaker. I'll put it right by wherever I have a shoulder that talks to me every once in a while, and so I have to put the sound vibration on it, and it really does work. So this card is talking about bringing something amazing into your life. That's what this, I'm saying this card, I got this in a deck. If you're interested in knowing more about sacred geometry, the basis for where I started, my jumping off point was the Sacred Geometry Healing Cards and Guidebook from Emily Kisvarda. She's the one who put this together. And the particular energies in this sound, in this frequency, literally bring miracles into your physical life. So the affirmation she has here is, miracles are part of my life on a daily basis, bringing with it optimum love and good health. So when we have this energy showing up, it is very much trying to get your attention. Anytime that you get this knowledge, it's not made its way by accident, and that's how I got this, was through, she was watching one of my videos, and I started talking about sacred geometry and seeing the visual image of the Merkaba spinning, and so she immediately reached out to me, and this was one of the best things I could have ever received because it helped guide me in the right direction. So thank you, Emily. Once again, I always talk about it because since I'm using her, where I started from with her information, I'm using her information to kind of expand. I just feel like it's only right for me to give credit where credit is due, because I didn't have the first clue about sacred geometry before I started. Now, this frequency literally can reset in times of illness or after there's been an accident. Any damaged DNA can return to its original state, or into its higher frequency. And by using the frequency, you enhance the connection to spirit and optimize the healing potential through the sound. So this 528 hertz carries with it the sound of me, and it is originally from Latin's mira gestorum, meaning miracle, and Dr. Leonard Horowitz, through his book of the book of 528, it's a prosperity key of love. It speaks in depth about the miracles that happen with the 528 hertz. It's said to be that music is the universal language, and love is the universal healer. Water is the universal solvent. And when you put them all together, you get the best kept secret. So according to the energy of the musical mathematical matrix, everything is connected between heaven and earth, and that the frequencies that were used by the messengers, or the priests and high priests and priestesses, to manifest these miracles and produce blessings. This is why the music, you always see that in a shaman activity. You hear a drum, you hear a didgeridoo, you hear cymbals or some kind of flute. There's always music. So through cymatics, you've seen that the vibrations that can change frequency. You put the energy of a sound into a plate that they set on top of a receiver or a big subwoofer. You'll see different patterns that come into light. And the Fibonacci sequence is an expression that shows up, the mathematical encoding of the golden mean, right? And understanding that it goes all the way into the image of the Vivarian man, which is the symbol of, it looks, if they put that on, is it Vivarian or Vitruvian? I can't remember which one that is, but it's one of the two. And it allows you to understand that the circle and the square are interchangeable. And then you can see the dimensions between, there's a measurement between your hand and your wrist and your arm. I won't go into all that, but the measurements of your body actually add up in the same way as the golden mean. So by using the sound me and listening to it and allowing it to carry through your body, you're literally vibrating every cell in your being. I cannot encourage you enough to please use this when you're using your exhale for meditation, and allow yourself to really get into that heart chakra and allow yourself to receive and restore and allow it to spill out into the radiance of your entire auric field. And as you move into that auric field and believe, remember, part of this, and a major part of it, is believing you're worthy of it. Believing you're worthy to be healed. Believing that you're not just someone who's making this up, because you're not. It's real. So we also have the same things that vibrate in the heart chakra energy and the solar plexus energy. You can use those same, because the green heart chakra and the yellow solar plexus. Yeller is a term for yellow in Texas. Yeller. The energy of the two colors are very much about those two chakras, and allowing yourself to be empowered with the heart is an amazing energy, allowing yourself to create from the heart. So remember, the stones and crystals that go with the heart and the solar plexus chakra will work with this frequency. Also, so will the oils and the foods. Remember, we went into those when we were talking about each individual chakra. So all the yellow bananas, citrus fruits, the energy of squash, and things to reset yourself, and beautiful green energies to allow your heart to have that energy too, to reset and can strengthen it through the foods. The food is the vitality, right? That's what we allow ourselves to intake to nurture and strengthen all of our energetic life force energy within our cells. So some of the stones you can use are rose quartz, pink tourmaline, the Herkimer diamond, the energy of the malachite, anything that is in the energy of citrine, tiger's eye. I'm just rattling these off the top of my head. So I'll tell you, one of the things I'm using this particular sound for, and I'm kind of on a quest. So now that I've given the explanation of what the sound is about and what the frequencies are about and how to reset yourself, part of this is releasing your idea of what your limits are in your physical form right now. And so allowing yourself to focus on the highest frequency of your body's memory of the best you've ever felt, being in the energy of feeling energetic and excited about life and ready to move around and go places and do things. Well, most of that all occurred when we were younger, or when we were in a place where our life was functioning in a positive way. And sometimes when we get lost in the pain or the trauma, we can forget that is a possibility for us to exist in that form again as long as we can recall it. Sometimes we have to get out of our memory of what today's body feels like in order to do that. So that's what my quest is right now. I decided that I was going to allow my DNA to remember my 16-year-old self. That's when my body was in its perfect form. So while I'm on the elliptical, or whether I'm brushing my teeth, I'm trying to cue myself to remember. My body remembers its perfect form. And that's kind of a chant I do when I'm on the elliptical. My body remembers its perfect form. My body remembers its perfect form. And allowing my DNA to be healed on the cellular level, I allow myself to remember I am divine health. I am divine abundance. I am divine energy, and I am divine life force. I am all things, and I can manifest all things through my belief. So part of it is trying to let go or put at a distance the things that you currently occupy that don't match to that. And you allow yourself and tell yourself, I accept and respect the energy of the universe as it brings me the incentives to allow me to continue to create this perfect life force in this perfect form. And healing all the things that you have that you want to heal. So say I have an ankle that acts up every now and then. Remember, or if you have some, I'm just using myself as an example. If you have something bigger than that, it's still possible. Understand that you are not limited to creating anything in any form, in any amount, anywhere, anytime. So you can bring your body to the state of its highest frequency, no matter if that was something that was going to happen in the future or something that was going to happen or that has happened in the past. The remembrance of that form and that feeling can put you in a place where you now adopt that as your current feeling, which you now carry forward into the future. So believing for that future outcome prior to your body actually transforming is the step that you need to let go of that, the old energy and the old thought. I mean, I literally caught myself believing that I should be tired because of my age. And I thought, wait a minute, I'm not that old. And I know I sound really young, but I'm in my 50s. And the energy of just the thought of me being, I literally was in my mind in my 60s. And that's what I was thinking. Like, oh yeah, you gotta be careful, girl. You can't. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not there yet. I don't have to let go of my vitality and my strength. And I happen to know some pretty hot 60-year-olds. So, I mean, I'm just saying. All I have to do is get myself back into the memory of the energy. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how that transformation works. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. And I send you with lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace, happiness, joy, and abundance. Many blessings to you all, and happy manifesting. Allow your cellular memory to reform and reactivate your perfect physical self to your perfect DNA. Many blessings, my friends. I'll talk to you next week. Namaste.